So she came out of hospital after a hip operation. She went back into Cynthia Spencer. She was in there for quite some time. She was quite in a comatose state and stuff like that after her operation. She eventually got moved out of her little room into the main ward again so they could keep an eye on her, and the nurses would love her. She'd bring in sweets. In that respect, she still had got a sense of humour. Before leaving there, we had all put our foot down this time and said, you're not going home. There's absolutely no way you're going home. We're going to have to try and find you somewhere else to go. So we found a really lovely nursing home for her. She dug her heels in a little bit, but the 4 girls, we were like, absolutely not. But the doctor did say, your mum possibly, I don't think, will be around for her birthday. This was in the September and her birthday was in the November. Moved her into our nursing home and the staff there were amazing. November the 26th arrived and Mum celebrated her birthday, and I rang Cynthia Spencer and spoke to one of the nurses, Jamie, and just said, you know, it's Hilary Seal's daughter. He says, oh, how's your mum doing? I said, well, she's celebrating her birthday today, so could you just let the consultant know she's still going? She wasn't following the plan that a lot of people do when they have cancer and they're on their journey to the end kind of thing. January time, she did start to dip and they moved her from one floor to the other, so she received more nursing care. And you could kind of see she was coming to the end of her journey. The nursing home, her meds weren't sort of helping with the pain or anything like that anymore. So we went back to Cynthia Spencer. Unfortunately for us, at this time, COVID hit. And I never forget one day I walked in and she was just sort of laying there looking very old and frail. And she turned around and she was like, oh, Mandy, what's going on out there? What's happening with the world? Is it that E. coli? And I was like, no. They then locked us down totally and we weren't allowed to go and see her at all. So one day we all decided to jump in our separate cars, basically let us go in. We parked up at the back gate at Cynthia Spencer and they turned Mum's bed round so she could see us all through the window. And that was one of the last times that we saw her alive.